Hello, all. So, got a new story going on. What is this about? Let's get into it. Oop. Amy Schumer hate runs rampant amidst assault allegations and anti-feminist humor. What? Is that their way of saying she's not funny? It's a lot of words just to say she's not funny. Just say she's not funny. Upon release of Amy Schumer's fifth, there's five? Stand-up comedy special Emergency Contact, where fans can't fans help but wonder why people hate Amy Schumer. With every bit of news surrounding the comedian, there's always been a slew of people ready to hate on her. Has there ever been anybody in the world that's gotten a bunch of attention online or in person that doesn't have a bunch of people that also don't like them? Like, what is this nonsense? Uh, of course, we don't condone this hate. Why would you? You don't need to. It's going to exist regardless. But we are curious about its origins. Every comedian can easily get canceled or face fan hate due to the nature of the job. So naturally, when Amy Schumer's 2023 Netflix special was released alongside the news that she turned down the role of Barbie in Barbie. Who the hell wants her to star in a movie? She looks like Bill Clinton. The masses came crawling out once again to vilify her. So why do people hate Amy Schumer? Vilify? I don't think she's a villain. People hate Amy Schumer because of various statements she's made throughout her comedy career. Comedians are tasked with saying controversial things. I think I heard she made fun of blind people in her last special. I mean, if the joke is funny enough, I don't think it's cause for people to be mad about it. If it's not funny though, then she's just just mocking people that can't see. It's a weird stance to take. Uh, Comedians are tasked with saying controversial things. Some might find those things funny, and others might not. Why are you saying obvious things? You're just wasting page. No one can be everyone's favorite comedian. It's not really true. They'll say you're everyone's favorite comedian if enough people like you, enough people to drown out the people that don't like you. Trying to appeal to everyone means giving up some aspect of your values or opinions. No, it just means that you're not really appealing to anyone. If you try to appeal to everyone, then you're not really appealing to anyone because people are different. You can't appeal to children equally like the way you can appeal to adults. You can appeal to women the same way you appeal to men. You can appeal to disabled people the same way you appeal to abled people. Like, there's going to be slight differences, and depending on the topic and the way you speak about it, it can alienate a certain group. So it has nothing to do with your values or any of that. If you're telling jokes, then it shouldn't contradict your values. Why would a joke contradict your morals or your values or anything like that? Amy clearly has no interest in that. She always says what she wants when she wants. Well, that's part of her job. If her main job is a comedian, which means her value is speaking, so she has to choose what she says, when she says it, any of that. So there's no such thing as a comedian that doesn't say what they want when they want to say it, unless they're not really that funny. Because of that, however, she's garnered some hate throughout her decade-long career. She's often touted as a feminist and is very sex positive. Well, a lot of women that are promiscuous, and I would say they party a lot they tend to be feminist and sex positive because they are very masculine and they're very promiscuous. So they kind of have to put a positive spin on their behavior. But she has also torn down other women. So men tear down other men all the time. Why is it a problem? Why are you all part of a female cult? Like, why is it an issue that she said something negative about other women? In emergency contact, Amy made a jab at Hilaria Baldwin, for pretending to be Spanish. Is Hilaria Baldwin an actress? In her 2015 SNL monologue, she said the Kardashians were bad role models. Okay, pretending to be Spanish when you're not, it's kind of silly. Saying the Kardashians are bad role models is just common sense. Like, seriously, you think it's a good idea for anyone to promote their daughter to make a porno in order to get famous? But she often responds to these anti-feminist allegations by sharing that everything she says she says in jest. Well, that can't be true. She's a comedian, so we can't deny that. I mean, I guess you can say she's a comedian. Why is Amy Schumer so desperate to make a joke out of a woman's death? What? I said desperation. What's wrong with you, Paul? It's probably just a current topic, man. Comedians just make jokes about whatever has happened. This guy. However, she's also tried to make jokes about race in her sketch show Inside Amy Schumer and her stand-up comedy. What's wrong with that? And when these people have me defending Amy Schumer. And when the famous Will Smith slap occurred, she said she was traumatized and triggered. Yeah, that was stupid. Many POC called her out as a white woman for saying a slap in which she wasn't involved between two black men triggered her. How does that make her a white woman because of what she said? She's a white woman because she's a white woman, not because of what she said. What she said was just goofy. On the other hand, any comedian could feel some sense of fear because the slap set a precedent. Huh? I highly doubt Will Smith was going to slap a woman. Like, people would walk away from you slapping a man, but you slap a woman, it's over for you. Like, he would have got like stomped out on the Oscar stage if he hit a woman. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Now, if a comedian says something an audience member doesn't like, they can physically assault the comic. Okay. Other people hate Amy because of her self-admitted assaults. She did what now? Amy's happily married now, but that hasn't stopped her from discussing her wild days of dating in the past. At the 2014 Gloria Awards, Amy accidentally admitted to assaulting a male friend while in college. A lot of women do that. I don't know why you acting like there's consequences to it now. I'm pretty sure people are just only saying something about it because they don't want to be called out for being hypocrites. But, like, I mean, shit, that's happened to me many times with many women. No one cares. Remember when Amy admitted to raping an unconscious guy, then admitted to assaulting a cab driver and plays these accounts up for laughs. She did. She certainly did. I didn't hear the joke about the first one, but that second one, that cab driver thing, I heard about that. In her speech about confidence, she shared how she was really into a guy named Matt in college. He was the only man who paid her any attention. Matt was probably desperate, which made her feel validated and sexy despite not feeling attractive compared to other women in a college. She's probably twice the size of them. When he drunk dialed her at 8 a.m., she immediately took the opportunity to show up at his dorm room and have sex with him. Throughout the story, she talks about how he was falling asleep, although she also mentions how he tried to go down on her. Well, he was drunk. Yes, in today's world, this would easily be an instance of assault on Amy's part. It's possible to get consent from someone as inebriated as Matt was. When she was a freshman in college, she may not have known that. What? I don't know how being a freshman in college precludes you from knowing that, but I'm pretty sure consent was implied. I know there's a whole thing where people can't consent when they're drunk now, but it's stupid. It's really stupid. People make bunch of poor decisions while they're drunk, and they face the consequences of that. And in this situation, he made a poor decision while he was drunk. He called her over for sex. She went there because she felt validated or whatever. He made her feel good about herself. And what happened happened. At the end of the day, I don't think she really did anything wrong. Really. And it's made even worse by a second self-admitted allegation. In 2012, a podcast appearance on Opie and Anthony show, Amy shares how she let a cab driver finger her. That's disgusting. I mean that as in like, there's no way his hands were clean. And he's touching the steering wheel, the door, like. Anyways, she was 18 years old at the time of the incident. So was this before college? Just after her freshman year of college. Just after? So she went to college at 17. The male hosts were very excited by the story, as Amy explained how she moved the cab driver's hand to her vagina and he made her orgasm. What was he reaching for originally? When she and her friend, who was sleeping in the back, got out of the cab, the driver asked where they were going out, but Amy just paid and left. Yeah, I mean, the man assumed there's something going on between them if that was happening. It's so wild how Amy Schumer and Cardi B admitted to doing things to men, but they're both feminist icons, so that's just quirky and empowered. Yeah, double standards. I mean, this is only a big deal now because, you know, women have been complaining about this stuff. And then when they finally gain any sort of traction for it, the liars also gain a lot of attention for it as well. And they've just ruined the whole situation for all of the actual victims. I don't think it's wrong or hypocritical for women to say that they've been assaulted in some way or whatever the hell. It's just that it's hard to believe a lot of them because they've just made it into a situation where they can just be vindictive and just use that lie to just ruin someone's career, sue them and get a bunch of money or whatever the hell. And a lot of the honest victims actually get, they kind of get a lot of scrutiny because of all of the people that either gotten away with that stuff or try to get away with lies. So I think that's mainly the problem. I don't think I don't think we really need to do this whole evening of the scale sort of situation. I mean, in both of the situations that they're talking about, she, I mean, it was pretty much consenting, you know? She felt immediate guilt and disgust with herself and even told her mom about the incident the next day. Does that make what happened okay? Definitely not. At the same time, the hosts were egging her on. Yeah, it's part of the show. It's entertaining. I don't know what the hell you expect them to do, making it sound like she was a sexy hero, maybe as a joke. And Amy was forced to laugh off some of the uncomfortable things the host said. She brought it up, you weirdos. Being a woman in comedy, being a woman in anything makes you a victim nowadays. So I don't know what you're trying to say with that. Being a woman in comedy can often mean giving into the male gaze. Somehow, women are perfectly fine making money off of men, but it also makes them a victim at the same time. You get paid to be in a terrible situation. Much of this probably stems from Amy's self-admitted struggle with body image and confidence. You mean struggle with laziness and physical fitness? By harnessing her sexual energy. What the fuck does that mean? Was she joining the Avengers? She felt attractive. Yeah, if you delude yourself enough, you could feel anything. Now we know that this is unhealthy. Now we know that. It was pretty obvious. When you delude yourself into thinking you're a certain way and your reality don't reflect it, you're going to be depressed. It's not a healthy way to look at the world. You're better off improving yourself. That way your reality would match how you feel. That it's not okay to hurt others to gain self-confidence. No shit. Amy has shared how she saw herself through the male gaze. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why do you keep throwing this word? This means nothing. It means nothing. Male gaze? Which is very clear in her film, I Feel Pretty. She had a movie. By doing so, she has also unintentionally fat shamed women who may have looked up to her. Sorry, what? I mean, many people just hate Amy Schumer because they don't think she's funny. There we go. I don't think they should hate her, but she's not funny. Hate is a strong word. Exactly. Why did you use it? And it's more likely that plenty of people dislike Amy Schumer. Yeah, she's a comedian that they think is not funny. If you push comedy at someone and they don't think you're funny, they're not going to like it. That's the extent of the situation. Blah, blah, blah. Some people think she talks too much about her vagina. Yeah, she does. And many men often say, but the male gaze though, the male gaze don't like to hear about vaginas. Many men often say she's not funny. She's just not funny. Not because she's a woman, but just because she only talks about sex, which isn't actually true. She often talks about sex, and that's most of her punchlines. And it's not funny. It's cringy. Even if a man did that, it would be cringy as shit. Amy Schumer steals jokes. All capital letters. Even changed the font so it would be bigger. Even still, allegations of joke stealing have run rampant alongside Amy's controversial career. I don't think she really stole any jokes. I think she's just unoriginal. She wasn't really a comedian in the first place, and she didn't really have any original perspectives. And she was just breaking ground because there was so few women in that avenue. She was breaking ground, and she was just doing fat drunk girl jokes. And then when she had to be original and think of funny things, she just thought about typical shit that's already been done before. I don't really think she was stealing jokes. I think it was just she was just not original. This is what first led many women to also dislike Amy Schumer. Really? I've never considered women would hate another woman because of what? Integrity? Men are big on integrity, but women are big on compassion and feelings and stuff. But integrity? I don't know. That's surprising. Several of those allegations, however, are about Amy's sketch show, which has a team of writers. In addition, many jokes came from similar premises, so there are often similarities between the jokes and concepts in comedy. Yeah, a lot of those comedy writers, they pretty much all do the kind of same hacky stuff because it's safe. They do safe stuff because they don't want to break new ground and have it, get canceled or some shit. So they do safe jokes, which is often the same kind of premise, which makes joke theft challenging to prove. Regardless of all the reasons to hate Amy, there's still enough love for her to warrant a new Netflix special. No, there's just name recognition, really, to warrant it. People are going to watch because the name. Anyways, I don't really hate Amy Schumer. I think a lot of this article did her a disservice, but I would say she's not funny. Anyways, till next time.